This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Big WrestleMania moments happened last year. It was probably most notable, of course, because there were no fans and we're at the beginning of the pandemic. But what people were talking about when it was all over with were cinematic matches. Where do you land on that, Randy? Is that something you think could still work now that we are starting to have fans back, or are you more hopeful that cinematic matches are a thing of the past?
You know, if you would ask me that same question a year or two ago, I would have shit all over the whole cinematic matches thing. But that being said, now we're where we are here now. And I remember, I guess, Mania 36, watching Cena versus Bray. Like, I thought that was brilliant. And I don't know if this has come out in an interview or anything, but I think Bruce Pritchard and John Cena were up at the warehouse in Connecticut, and they were walking around just trying to think of how they were going to do this and how they were going to make it different. They saw all the props from, you know, the entire history of the WWE, and God knows what else was in there, right? All the NWO stuff, all kinds of props. And I think it was Cena's idea. He went to Bruce and was like, this is what we do. And they did a whole history of John Cena, throwing in the what ifs, and, you know, like almost as if, like Thanos back here, like different timelines. Like there was a multiverse of WWE, and what if John Cena would have been in the NWO? What if John Cena would have done this instead of this? And I thought that cinematic match was awesome. The Undertaker versus AJ match, I thought it was awesome. And I thought it was great for Taker to go out in that manner. And it was different. I feel like people will remember it more. That man's had 10,000 matches, give or take a few. And that one was different than all those other ones. And I think that if it's done right with the right talent and the right story, I think that the cinematic matches thing works. I think that, like anything, you could overdo it too. But I'm all for them in the right, you know, time and place and with the right performers.
I agree, Randy. I think that those two matches in particular opened it up to have more cinematic matches, but I think too many would be too much.
100%.
Well, going
100%.
back to the Fiend, Randy, what did your kids think of the angle with the Fiend? Were they scared of him? Like the little one, you know? My kids, right. When I got attacked by the Fiend, my kids cried. They were watching on TV that night. My wife called me and said, what the hell's going on? You know, why did they have the Fiend attack you? You're not wrestling anymore. And I told her, I'm doing the job. I have to do it because I'm told to. So, you know, I'm just wondering if your kids responded to it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so my youngest is 4, and I still think she thinks that Dad literally like travels inside of the television to work. Like, she doesn't really quite get it yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the older kids, like they understand what it is, and it doesn't help as far as them being afraid that especially the boys, they've met Bray. He was one of the first WWE wrestlers that they met, and this is like 6 years ago. So they've been fans their entire life. They're ready for it. Alana, my 12-year-old daughter, she's not the biggest wrestling fan in the world. I think she thinks it's cool what her dad does, but as far as being scared, I'm not really sure. I think the youngest one was more upset, and I'm talking about WrestleMania, that I didn't wave back. And I got a video. I think Kim posted it on Instagram. Usually, like, I'll give them a little love. You know, I'll come over, I'll kiss the kids, give mom a kiss on the lips, and you know, high five the baby. And I wasn't able to do that for obvious reasons at Mania. And then when the match concluded, I had to get the hell out of there too for the bit of business they were doing with the facial reactions. So in essence, my 4-year-old took it like Daddy was just blowing her off. You know, Kim's got her on video. She's like, "You're very cruel." Why didn't Daddy wave back? Why didn't Daddy say hi to me? You know, so I wasn't afraid of the Fiend character, but definitely there's a little heat there between Dad and Brooklyn because I didn't say hi.
Shame on you, Randy. Shame on you.
Yeah, what an awful father. Oh my God.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.